We're keeping you in Ghana. Yes, we're staying.
So good. Not wish you could smell this. The weird thing about it, that was supposed to be the best time of my career. I'm on my first international tour. You know, I'm supposed to be celebrating while I have the biggest pain
that one could possibly endure.
Exactly.
Back to back,
back to back.
So was your divorce before or after the traumatic experience of losing your mother?
Just before. So I was like,
you're a warrior. Look how Uncle's looking at you. She's like, I'm about to cry for you. Right? Get your life, 2020. Get with it. What are you doing? What else are you gonna do except get your life? Fatimata Binta was born and raised in Freetown, Sierra Leone, to first-generation Sierra Leonean Fulanis of Guinean descent. She describes herself as the Fulani chef, a classic nomad. Food is loved to her and made visible as African food is central to our culture and traditions. It is what binds us together as a family and as a community. She has traveled to several continents and has been fortunate to work with many renowned African chefs. Her journey started as a TV presenter, IT salesperson, then studying international relations and working in marketing. She's currently based in Accra, Ghana, where she's building a rich culinary experience through her Fulani traditional dine and pop-ups. Her vision is to promote Fulani culture through food that brings people closer by way of promoting African cuisine to the world. Chef Binta and I get up close and personal to talk about how we work through failure and stay resilient through all the situations, with, of course, food playing a major role. Join us on this conversation for Get Your Life 2020. Hey guys, Nana here, and you know, as always, I am here to help you find your authentic self. Speaking of authentic self, one of the ways we've identified engaging with ourselves is through our physical health. So today we're going to be focusing on building a gorgeous plant-based meal with my very good friend, Chef Binta.
So excited to be here.
I'm so excited to have you here. So tell us, what are you making today? What are we making today?
So we are making Fonio salad. Fonio is an ancient grain, very healthy, gluten-free. And it's been around for a very long time. Most people believe 5,000 years. Yeah, but back in the day, the story is it was only reserved for the elite. So most people don't know how to prepare recipes around it because of that. But that's changing now. So we are doing fonio with mango and then some herbs and kales and egusi nuts, which you inspired me with, by the way. I'm really excited.
Toasted egusi is a personal fave. I'm obsessed.
I can't wait to add this on my menu. And
I'm glad I could inspire.
Yes. Cherry tomatoes, and then we have honey. We'll do our dressing. Yeah, pretty much.
Fantastic. Okay, so just to offer a little bit more background, Chef Binta is Sierra Leonean of Guinean heritage. Guinean, not Ghanaian, Guinean. And she finds herself in Accra. So tell us a little bit about your journey of coming to Accra and starting your business, which I love, Fulani Dine on a Mat.
Thank you. So I left Sierra Leone in 2011.
Okay.
I moved to Madrid. I was there for 2 years. And then I was teaching English during that time.
Oh.
In Madrid. Yes.
That's interesting.
So there was a point where I lost my job because I was teaching kids and they got to some point where I think they were bored. They were like, oh, we are taking a break. We'll call you back when, after the holiday, but that didn't work. So I decided to start making sandwiches. So I'll go on YouTube, watch videos, make sandwiches, sell to IE business school students. They are MBA students.
Yeah.
And also like the African students from Nigeria, Ghana, I'll cook for them, do like a weekly meal prep. You know the normal African food that they miss. Like the egusi, the kontombe, things like that. And I would make money. I was good.
Also just really smart. Can we just talk about how ridiculously intelligent that is? Wow.
Yeah, so it was a side hustle and I was comfortable doing that. And I did that for 2 years. I had to return back to Africa and then there was Ebola in Sierra Leone. so I couldn't go back home because I was scared. So I was like, okay, let me come to Ghana. Then I was with my partner. I was married, so we moved to Ghana and stayed. And then I started looking for a job because I studied international relations.
Yeah.
I couldn't get a job. I was like, I was depressed for like a long time. Almost a year, I was so depressed. And he was like, you should just follow your passion. And I was like, what? He's like, but you cook so well. But I still didn't get it. So I was like, this cooking thing, I'm just doing it for fun. He was like, no, seriously. Like, you should follow this. So I was like, okay, I will do this, but I have to go to chef school. I don't want to just cook.
Right, do it anyhow.
Do it well, exactly. So I left for Kenya, Nairobi. I was there for 2 years. I studied culinary arts. It's a hotel kitchen. So you get to like practice in-house. You do like your
service as well.
Exactly. You do your theory and then you work in the hotel kitchen. Did that for 2 years, came back to Ghana, worked in Kenya a little, came here. I worked for 2 different hotels here in Ghana.
Wow.
And then decided I should start promoting Fulani cuisine because it's my culture. I'm a Fulani from Guinea Conakry, even though I was born in Sierra Leone. But I feel very connected to Guinea because I used to go to like Guinea every holiday to spend with my grandmother. So I was like, okay, the culture is fading away. I love it. I love the way I grew up, eating with my family on the mat, eating with my hands,
Yes.
all those things. I was like, let me promote it and see how that will work.
It takes off.
Yeah.
And we're glad to have you.
Thank you.
Don't go back to Sierra Leone. We're keeping you in Ghana.
I'm Mami Ajua.
Yes, we're staying. We're staying. So, what's the first thing we're doing?
So we are going to toast our fonio now.
Okay, great. So we heat the pot.
We heat the pot and then we pour our fonio in. Use the wooden spoon. This is my grandmother's way of preparing fonio. This is how I learned it. So you pour it
all
in.
Of it?
Let's go. It's enough.
Okay.
Yeah. And then you toast and toast till you start getting that nutty smell, and then you feel it like this.
Oh, so like it's part of the feeling.
Exactly. It adds some flavor.
It adds flavor. It's like somebody, because we always joke in Ghana that the wache you make at home doesn't taste as good as the wache on the street.
True.
And somebody said it's because the lady who's selling it wipes the leaf on her her cloth. So that's where that's the flavor.
It's like funeral jollof, don't you?
Funeral jollof.
It's the best. Then I had that, I laughed so hard. It has
people actually talk about, patty rice, funeral jollof.
Ooh, funeral jollof, so good.
Oh my gosh.
The tears, everything, sweat.
How different are funerals in Ghana to
Sierra Leone?
Yeah.
One, we don't do like the billboards. I'm not judging you, Ghanaians. We don't do that.
We go in.
Or like
we go in
PR thing.
And I'm Asante, and funerals are a really big deal. And certain cultures don't stress over funerals as much as like Asantes do. Akans in general are very, very well. Not all Akans, because Fanti funerals are not as extra. Okay. But I had an uncle who passed away, and he lived in Cape Coast, which is Fanti land. Actually, Elmina, sorry, which is Fanti land. And I remember going to his funeral. And all my Kumasi family came and everything. And I remember going to his funeral, and all my Kumasi family just talking about how like Fantis don't know how to throw a funeral. Like there was a whole like.
Wow. So like you're talking about.
He was married. So like he's from Elmina. His mother was from Elmina, and his whole family, like his wife. And there was a whole like discussion amongst the Asante family that like Fanti funerals don't.
Wow. We could have done it better.
Yeah, they're like, we should have done the funeral in Kumasi. Oh yeah.
It's a big deal.
And because we donate, like the donation is the whole thing. We really show up and we like it, so.
We don't in Sierra Leone, it's very simple. Mostly they will maybe advertise it on the radio, and that's if you're a Christian.
Right, like Muslim funerals are not as
they'll bury you the same day.
You bury the same day?
It should be,
I feel like that's quicker.
You should be really dead, because if not, they'll just bury you alive. They don't waste time.
Right, because there's rights to that.
Yeah, you have to. Unless if you die maybe in the evening or something like that. That's when they'll keep you to the next day.
To the next morning.
They're very fast. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, my mother grew up in Tamale.
Okay.
And sort of like a house, Dagomba, Hausa, Fulani sort of
Okay.
culture. So she actually speaks Hausa.
Nice.
Um, and she talks pretty, I mean, she lived there pretty much her entire, a big chunk, I think from the age of 12 till about 20.
Wow, that's yeah.
So it's like our formative years were in Tamale, and my grandfather was a civil servant.
Okay.
So she speaks she speaks fondly of her time, and I always felt like the North was just such an enchanted place. But you spent a lot of time in the North as well,
Yes.
working with women who grow Fonio.
Yes, I actually love it so much there. The food, the weather, it's cooler there.
Sometimes.
Yeah, I try to
At
go.
night.
I try to go when it's
I think at night, actually, maybe it's because it's desert, so at night the weather is
too.
a little.
It's just chill, and the food is amazing, and they cook so well.
Yeah, and it's different. I say it a lot of times that in most restaurants you go to in Ghana, what has happened? We have such a wide range of flavors and a palette that you're not getting it. So my mom used to tell me that when she was a kid, my grandmother made chicken light soup with basil and clove, but you don't get those flavors anymore. People don't use the local flavors anymore. They overpower with ginger, or they throw a lot of salt and pepper, and people are not getting creative anymore.
They're just stuck in the same old. So whenever I go to the north, I eat a lot, and because I'm working with women in the north, so because they've been complaining during my time going, like just to get inspiration for my menus.
Yeah.
And then they'll tell me that, oh, we're not allowed to own our own land.
Wow.
We're only helping the men to harvest. We're just bored staying home. So the idea of just encouraging them to grow fonio is something that, it smells so good. Not wish you could smell this.
So how do you know it's toasted enough?
So when you touch, you hear this sound.
Oh,
It's speaking to you.
it's like sand.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm learning so many things today.
Chef's masterclass.
Chef's masterclass. Listen.
So it's time for us to add water.
Water?
Yes. So do bits by bits.
You use the kettle.
Okay, that's true.
Just like pour it out.
Yeah.
Is there enough water in it? Feels heavy.
You probably have. So you're doing this, by the way.
I'm doing okay. So I'm okay.
You're
So
cooking.
I'm
Let me
doing
help you.
this. Okay, so
So bits, you just go
ooh,
mix here.
and just keep mixing.
Yes, and when you're mixing, you do like this. Like this. So let me lower the heat.
You lower the heat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because it's
Yeah.
getting. Am I doing this right?
Yes.
Okay. Like this?
Yes. Just you're trying to like separate them like this.
Oh, separated. So I have to go quicker. Okay.
Yes. Like
Okay.
this, yeah.
Okay, I think I can.
Then we
I
add
think I
it
can do
there.
this. I got this. I got this.
Awesome. Smells so good.
Yes, it's like popcorn. It smells like popcorn.
Exactly. Smells really good. Yep. So we won't add salt.
Okay.
Because we're going to add that in the dressing.
Okay,
And at the end we're
dressing?
going to mix
Okay.
here. Awesome. You want all that nuttiness, the little bend. So most times, also I'll even do like the bottom. I'll still use it.
Oh, right. So, because that burnt stuff.
Yes, it's so good.
You know, I usually make a homemade granola, and I've actually used fonio.
Wow. That's so good.
Yeah.
Wow.
Fonio with like agusi and
It's really good.
honey and tahina
Wow.
to make.
Let me add a bit more.
So we were having a conversation about how accessible, for me, being plant-based in Ghana is.
Yes, I really want to hear more about that.
Yeah, because, you know, look at all the ingredients we're using today. They're all plant-based and they're all local flavors, locally grown, right?
Yes.
Yeah, except the olive oil.
Exactly. Which
Yeah, so I you know, but that's part of my mission also is in helping people sort of take care of their mind, body,
So-
and spirit is to find out how to do that
True.
in an accessible way.
And yeah, exactly, because that's the issue, especially like for most people, they are busy. One,
Yeah.
when it comes to like sourcing the ingredients, they don't know where to get it from.
Yeah.
So they just go for the easy, bad food.
And that's why I love your platform, because yours is also really, education is such a huge part of what you do.
Yeah. Thank you.
And what you promote. So
I'm trying to promote traditional food, also the culture, because I feel like most of our traditions are slowly fading away because the world is moving so fast. Everybody is on the go. People are doing grab and go rather than sit with their family and bond. Because it's not just about the food, it's also about coming together. Exactly, community love, building. Because
just knowing what's going on.
Exactly.
Knowing. Just knowing the person that you live in the same house with.
Sure.
You know.
At least get to ask them how their day was. What was the highlight of your day? You know, things like that. You can only have that when you sit, when you're eating food, because that's the only time you really pause. Yeah. So that's one thing I'm very passionate about. Yeah. Because that's how I grew up.
And we're very happy that you followed your passion. We're better for it because you do.
Thank you.
So, quick one. With Fonio, can I eat Fonio in replacement of like banku? Can I make this into a starchy, sticky, swallowable?
Absolutely, you can. And it's very easy. There's a lot you can do with this. Breakfast, you can do like a porridge.
And I've heard it's like almost completely protein and fiber, almost no starch.
No, it's very light.
Yeah.
You can do that. You can eat, this is so good with granite soup.
Oh yeah?
So good. So you can just add mushrooms in your granite
soup.
soup.
So you can replace it for rice.
Anything. Even bread.
Wow.
You can bake bread with this.
That's so you're gonna show me how to make Fonio bread, because I don't eat bread anymore because of technical. I have some because of some technicalities.
You can absolutely do that. There is a lot you can do with Fonio. Fonio is more. I always say this: Fonio is more than a superfood. It's more than a superfood, because environmentally also it's very good. They can harvest it every 3 months. It doesn't need water, plenty water to grow.
And you don't need to clear like thousands and thousands of like forest land. Yes. Right.
It's a very special grain. And it's very special.
We love it. So how was tell us more about your journey in Ghana. How has your journey in Ghana been? Who is Chef Binta? Who are you?
Chef Binta. I'm a mother. Be good dad.
Hi, ladies.
I'm very passionate about what I do.
Yes, I can tell.
I'm very passionate. And also being in Ghana has been an interesting journey for me. That's why I am still here. Yeah. And people have been supportive. That's one thing also. So that has made my stay here very easy. But personally, I'm just a chilled person, honestly.
Out here just enjoying life.
Yeah, I'm very chilled. If I'm not working, most times I'm indoors, Netflix maybe, or I'm watching food shows.
Netflix and chill.
Yes. Or maybe I'm reading a book. Because I try to read a book every day, even if it's 1 hour. That's something I started doing a few months ago. I try to be very deliberate when it comes to taking care of myself, on a personal level.
Yes.
So I try to read every day.
And reading is a meditation.
Yes.
So if you're looking for a mindfulness practice, and maybe you're like, oh, I don't feel like I can meditate, anything that puts you to a meditative state is good enough. So I use reading as a form of mindfulness.
So good.
So when I'm I find a very good spiritual book, and I sit with it and read it in the morning, or before I go to bed, just to calm my mind.
Okay, it's very good. I also I have a few places I like to hang out. I have a few friends I like to hang out with, but mostly I love nature, and I spend a lot of time also in solitude. A lot of time alone.
You're an introvert.
Yeah, I am.
Like me.
Going out is hard for me.
I know people don't believe me when I say I'm an introvert. They don't. I'm actually an introvert. Because it's about recharging. It's not about being sociable. I think people confuse being social. Like it's not about introvert, extrovert. It's about your mental and emotional state. How do you recharge? If you prefer to recharge alone, it's likely that you're more of an introvert. What's the other way you cook your fonio?
So apart from this, where I cook it, where I'll boil the water and then pour it without washing, just dry, and then steam it, but a little bit of water.
Okay.
There are days also I'll just use vegetable stock.
Okay.
And then cook it down.
That's nice.
So good.
So I'm gonna keep this because I need to make a porridge.
Okay, no problem.
Okay. Oh, great.
Yeah. And I love traveling also. I travel a lot.
Oh, nice.
I really love, especially in Africa. I love traveling in Africa.
Yeah, moving around.
We just cover now.
So this is a Fulani staple.
Yes, it is. So
I don't know much about Fulani except people asking me if I am.
You do look
every now and then.
The hair, the face, the nose. You do.
But I think in Ghana it's the height. I don't know if it's people in Senegal too.
Even the eyes. You do look like a Senegalese Fulani.
All the time.
Seriously.
I get that question all. I'm like, I'm Asante.
You do look like Senegalese Fulani.
It's interesting when we talk about ethnicities and sort of like, when you're not, like a lot of times people who are not African don't understand that. I think they assume that because we have sort of cultural heritage or cultural pride, they also see it as tribal, like immediately tribalist, like, oh, you don't, that's divisive. I'm like, no, we're celebrating who we are and like celebrating the fact that we can stand here together,
That's something that is very powerful.
And it's also very miscommunicated in my opinion.
Very much. Especially for the Fulanis also recently. Because the thing is,
I think they're the most populous
we are the largest in West Africa. And we are nomads.
I think you're the largest in Africa, period.
Yeah, we are the largest in Africa. After is the Maasai.
Okay.
And then the
which might make you the largest in the world, possibly.
Exactly. It's large. And we are nomads because also we move around a lot. We are the only nomadic tribe that really moves from one border to another. And that has like a huge influence in our lifestyle and also our cuisine. So most of our ingredients are sun-dried and ready for on the go.
And ready to go because you just can't.
You just wake up one day.
You can't, right. Versus us, we eat so many tubers that are, we eat a lot of fresh, that basically can, my yam is growing, like as we speak. Yeah, by just staying there. So that's amazing. So, as a person with Fulani, because Fulani is huge. It constitutes like Hausa. Are Wadabis also Fulani?
Which is also Fulani, but that's because they're from the Chad and Niger side. Okay. So they call them Wudabes. Yes, but it's all Fulani.
And it's like Mauritanian
Fulani, Senegal, Nigeria. And because we move also a lot, we tend to borrow from the locals.
I've even heard of Fulanis from Namibia.
Wow.
Made it as far down as Namibia, yeah.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Someone who said that they kind of grew up a little bit in Namibia, came in contact with Fulanis living, who have...
That's how far we go.
There's a Namibian section of Fulani. There's also a Sudanese section of Fulani that I've
We're everywhere.
Everywhere.
And during my time traveling, because what I do also, I travel across Africa to different Fulani communities.
Yeah.
And mostly why I do that is one, to learn the difference between the Fulanis compared to where I come from in Guinea. So I tend to go to the communities, I cook with the locals.
Yeah.
Document these recipes.
Oh.
Yes, I try.
What's the next? Okay, so
we cover it up.
We cover it up, so it steams a little bit?
Steams a little bit while we will be doing our dressing. So while this cover, we'll do our choppings.
Okay.
Awesome.
And I'll put this.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're going to make the dressing. So Chef Binta is leading and I'm supporting.
Let me get this. Let's do the dressing. Okay. Have this. We have our black pepper. have our salt.
Sea salt? Do you use Adana sea salt?
Yes, I love it.
Adana sea salt.
Love it. And we'll add our honey.
African wild
Honey.
raw honey.
Just to get that flavor. And then we add our olive oil. That's where the fusion comes in.
Yeah, the olive oil is fusion.
Yes. And then we have to squeeze lemon. Should have bought the bigger one.
I have one.
Okay. Perfect.
Because Ghana lemons are just...
It's like fighting. Exercise.
Here, you know, organic.
Huge. Yeah.
Oh, so have I been doing this wrong? I put my lemon in the other way.
No. Oh, where?
I'm putting it here, but I do it this way.
Okay, no.
So then, like, it presses it and like turns it inside out.
No problem. You're still doing it right.
Oh yeah, I guess it's, you know.
But it should be this way.
This way, okay.
Yes. Good, Nana.
Oh wow, I'm great at this.
You are a good cook, you said it. I can't wait to try your food.
Oh yeah, you know I actually cook as well.
I love eating other people's food.
Oh yeah.
So much.
So are you like? But that's a lot of pressure to cook for a chef.
Most people say that.
That's a lot of pressure to cook for a chef. Like, would you guys want to cook for a chef?
They're like,
I don't need that pressure. My life is stressful enough. Actually, my life is stressful. I can stop saying that's bad.
Yeah, it's not.
So, on my life being stressful, because I just realized I probably shouldn't say that because we have a way of creating whatever we choose to confirm in our life. And we just had a great conversation about sort of choosing and making a choice about
being
life.
happy and be deliberate about what you want.
Yeah. And you mentioned that your mom passed away. I'm sorry to hear.
Yeah.
But you said that it was what was beautiful about that was the transformation.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit more about. I'm assuming I spelled this.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So how was that transformational process of like what, you know, what that process of going through? Yeah, 'cause that's traumatic.
It was really tough. One thing for me, it was kind of shocking because she came to visit me. Actually, I invited her because we have this thing like every December or April she'll come.
Wow.
And my kids had just moved to Nigeria with their dad. And I was like, okay, can you? She was like, yeah, I would love to come and help them settle.
Yeah.
Since you're not living with them.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, let's meet there. So she came, started feeling sick within a few days. Everything happened in 2 weeks. Everything.
Oh my God.
So yeah, she passed away, and I was alone because there's no family member.
Yeah.
I'm alone. In Nigeria, like I hardly know anyone.
Yeah.
Or to even understand like the system of burying someone or dealing with hospitals.
Was it in Ghana, Nigeria?
In Nigeria. Wow. It was a lot. So it happened 7 a.m. in the morning, right in my hands. I'm like, what do I do? So I called my dad, and all they said, this is the thing also, I feel like as mostly in Africa, the way they handle grief, they don't handle it the right way.
Yeah.
They expect you to just
deal with it.
Exactly.
Or not.
Just accept.
Yeah.
So it was more like, make sure you bury her before 5 o'clock. I'm like, whoa.
So we're not going to have a conversation. We're not going to talk about the pain. We're not going to like even. In fact,
you're not even allowed to cry too much. You're wasting time.
You're wasting time. We have things to do.
Make sure you bury her before 5. I still remember Nana dropping that phone and asking the nurse, so where is the closest mosque?
Yeah.
I even went on Google. I saw the mosque. I'm like, okay, let me go there. Sign the death paper, certificate. Jumped on an Okada because it's Lagos.
Right.
I need to be fast. Wow. I went on work mode immediately. My mom passed away. And for the longest time, I was in work mode. It's now that I'm processing. So it's still new. It's only 9 months.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, so that's like fresh.
Yeah. It's April.
Yeah. Wow.
So I went on work mode immediately. I didn't cry. I didn't say. All I said, I remember, was, I love you.
Wow.
To her. And then I went to work. Went to the cemetery on the Okada. First, I got a Fanta because I was like, today is gonna be a long day. I need sugar in my system.
Let me allow myself the one Fanta.
Fanta, like forget everything. Drank the Fanta. Went to the cemetery on the Okada. Okada was waiting for me. Picked a spot, and I remember picking a spot under a tree because I know she grew up in the village. She likes trees.
Wow.
Like that would make any difference. But for me, it will make me feel better in some kind of way. So I was like, okay, maybe if I bury her under a tree, it will make me feel good. Picked a spot, paid for them to start digging, left again, went to look for people who would help me, like take care of her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Prepare her.
Yeah.
And I had to be there, I had to be part of that. Also get the cloth because we are Muslims.
The shroud.
Yeah. Went back to the hospital. I had to pass her to the morgue because it's a law that you have to, even if you're not keeping her. Did that. Nana. Arrange, get her out of there to prepare her, wash her and stuff like that. I did all that.
All by yourself?
All this time, it was just at the family call. So like, how far have you gone? You know, you have these hours. Like, you have 3 hours.
Wow, so
left.
like, nobody was even saying, are you okay,
No,
Binta?
I didn't cry.
Wow.
I didn't cry at all that time. It was like, you have 3 hours. How far? Like, what next? Wow. So I did all that. The only time I broke down was after we covered it. That was when like I broke down.
You could finally.
And when I like, my sister still has this image in her mind because I didn't want to like send them no photos. I didn't want any trace of it because you know social media these days, before you know it, WhatsApp group, it will be trending.
It will be trending on WhatsApp.
So I was like,
people are so insensitive about that. Exactly. Yeah.
So I was like, I'll do a video call when they're praying her so you see.
Yeah.
Just so you know I did what I'm told to do.
Yeah.
My sister still has that image in her head. She was like, I could see you looking up the sky while you're showing them how the imam was praying your mom. She was like, I can't get that image off my head. Just the look on your face, that's me. Like the look on my face while I was holding the phone, and I was just like, I'm doing this, like you see, because they are doing it and I'm just looking up, like just waiting. She's like, I can never get that image off my head. Did that, went home, because I hadn't asked for a takeaway, like nothing happened. I'm telling you, went home, couldn't even touch the food, and then I just shut down for like 3 days. I didn't shower, I forgot. And like I shut down literally.
Literally like had like a nervous breakdown because that is traumatic.
Yeah.
That is like trauma.
And all that time I wasn't even crying, just receiving calls.
Still haven't cried.
Well, people are just, because I went on work mode, I couldn't get myself out of that work mode.
So when did you cry?
I'm still crying. So I get days. I am still crying.
We're still processing.
Yeah.
The death of a parent is so huge, and it doesn't matter how old you are, it still really strikes you.
Yeah.
So tell me more about like Chef Binta, work mode, traumatic experience, having to bury your mother.
Yeah.
You know, to Chef Binta now, who is finding her footing, finding that adjustment.
Yeah.
What has that journey been like?
It's been.
Also, like, am I doing it like?
Yes.
Am I doing this right? Okay. Yeah. Do I need to do it more?
No. I think
so we're done.
good.
Okay,
Yes.
good.
So what happened after that happened? Normally I would just bounce back. Like I'm like, no, not now.
Not now. We're waiting.
Yes,
okay.
we are going to wash this.
Wash mango curd.
Yes. So normally.
Oh, you really go in because I'd be like
quick. So normally whenever like I go through stuff.
Yeah.
For example, like my divorce, you know, I'll just bounce back, you know, and just pray about it and like.
So was your divorce before or after the traumatic experience of losing your mother?
Just before, actually. So I was like.
You're a warrior. Look how Marco's looking at you. She's like,
I'm about to cry for you.
Right? She's going through so much right now just listening to your story.
What happened? Right after I was like, it has happened. You know, also the family will call you, oh, it's life.
I'm also this person.
Oh, hello. Even the skin out you. So I was like, let me just bounce back like as I normally do.
Right.
Because before then I was supposed to be in Switzerland for a job. So I was like, let me just go, you know, maybe traveling will make me feel better.
Right.
It was a disaster. I remember, like, I'll go for conference,
And just start
presentation,
crying.
and after the presentation, you know, they would want to take you out for dinner, and I hated the pleasantries. I just wanted to do my job and go to my hotel room and cry.
Hotel room and cry.
So it was really hard, and I was on tour also. And the weird thing about it, that was supposed to be the best time of my career. I'm on my first international tour. You know, I'm supposed to be celebrating while I have the biggest pain.
That one could possibly endure.
Exactly.
Back to back, like you know.
Back to back, I went to New York again. So when I decided to take it seriously was when I was in New York. I was so emotional. I'll cry over the onion is not nice. The lemon you bought is not good. I'll just cry over the silliest things. I was like, whoa, this is not me. I need to do something about it. Because people were like recommending, go for therapy, go for grief counselor. I was like, I got this, yo.
I got right. Which is the motto for all African women and Black women. Which is the motto for all African women and Black women everywhere. I got this, yo. But it's okay to not have it, sis.
Exactly.
You don't got this.
You don't. So I was like, you know what? This is not me. There was this particular day I had this event, and it was so good. Like, people came out. I was in DC. This woman walked in. And she was like, oh, I've been to Sierra Leone, da, 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 da. I was like, how was it? What brought you to Sierra Leone? She was like, I'm traveling with my daughters, actually. We're trying to just create memories.
Yeah.
Why did that woman say that? Oh.
The woman said, I'm traveling with the daughters just to create.
Yes. And she was, oh, I got so emotional.
Oh, you broke
Started
down.
thinking of my mom. I went to the washroom, and I cried for like 20 minutes. Straight. I sat on the floor. I was just crying. So I was like, you know, I need to make a change.
I need this, and you know, sorry, excuse me while I eat this.
Problem.
Me and Mango kind of have like a thing.
It's a good thing. So I was like, let me try therapy. I think I need it. I can't be just.
I want to go back to that bathroom floor in New York though, because a lot of people avoid bottom.
Yep.
Like, tell me about the importance of bottom, like really rock bottom.
For me, it makes you look at yourself and decide who you are and where you want to go in life.
Say for the people in the back.
Yeah, it really. That's when you know, like, this is not what I want.
Yeah.
I want this instead.
Yeah.
So for me, I was like, and also like, I didn't want my grief to affect my relationship with people around me because I was moody. I was very angry. I was really angry. Like, you know, the whys, like, why? Why me? Yeah, why now?
Why me? Why now?
Yeah.
Why in this moment?
Exactly.
I just went through the end of my marriage.
Yeah. I need my mom, you know. Like, why? So I was really angry. And I was like, no, I don't want to be. This would destroy my career. It will also destroy my relationship.
Right, because you're showing up places, cussing people out.
Unpleasant. Like, just want to kick people out.
Be mad.
Eat and go. Like,
wow.
I was very moody. So I was like, you know, this is not what I want people to remember me for.
Right.
And death is inevitable. We are all waiting for that. Unconscious, we think we're like, honestly, that's the only thing that we're waiting for. Because the moment that happens, that's it. So I was like, that's her time. She has lived her life. I should just honor her now, you know, and by being happy and just excelling in what I do and embracing the good memories of her.
Yeah.
So that was tough. I was like, because there are days you feel guilty, like, am I forgetting her? You know, so soon. Like, why am I forgetting her so soon? You feel guilty those days. So came back. Let's have a bowl.
Oh, you want to put it directly in the salad bowl? Okay.
Let's have this here. So I was like, let me go check my mind.
I gotta put this in the frame.
So I went and booking that first therapy date. Oh God, that was tough. Like, do I really need? And you know, therapy is not cheap.
Listen, it is not in the least bit
at all
inexpensive.
So I was like, okay, let me do this, you know. So since then, it's been a journey. There are days whenever I go to Lagos to see my kids, I break down a lot.
Yeah.
Because the bedroom she was staying,
The memories
shoes
are
are
there.
still there, all her things.
Wow. Wow. But you're very, first of all, I just want to say this is incredibly brave of you
Thank you.
to share your story. But also, I didn't realize just, you are incredibly strong, but also it's okay to not be. And I think it's important that
People understand
we
that.
get that.
True.
Especially as African women, I think
Yeah.
there's just this expectation to just
much.
be graced under
Yes.
fire all the time.
No.
And as much as we're good at that, it's also important that we're taking stock of where we are, who we are, where we
How
are.
are we feeling? How are you feeling?
And I just got married, so I probably shouldn't be talking about divorce.
No, don't. It's not happening. I think that was the toughest decision I had to make in my life.
Wow.
Really, just deciding to say, I'm gonna walk away. Because the reason why, because he is a good person.
Exactly.
And that's why my divorce is so easy. Because we are friends. Like, if you see us, you'll be like, you guys, are you sure you're not together? So good.
Try it. Try the recipe. Go home. Go figure it out.